Hello guys, I'm Grawshellar and today I have some news from the One Piece TCG. We have some new restricted cards that are gonna kill red essentially, but let's take a look at those. Okay, so normally there's bans and restricted cards in the card games. Restricted cards in this case means you can only have one copy of each per deck instead of 4 copies. So that limits a lot the play role that a card can have in any deck. And in this case we have 3 restricted cards that I was not expecting to see, but seeing how red is winning tournaments and how strong it is in OP4 without any change at all, I mean, it's a change that was gonna happen eventually. So yeah, the first card that has been restricted is Edward Newgate, super rare, the 9 cost 10k, it gives 2k to your leader on your turn and on the next turn. This was a really broken card, to be honest, in combination with like Zoro and Whitebear, as they say in their website, and in combination with other cards like Radical Beam, etc. It was you were literally unkillable. It was so difficult to deal damage to you, right, that turn. So I guess that's why they have restricted this. I would have restricted these cards honestly to 2 copies each, and it would not have killed any decks. Like, they would have been slightly nerfed and they would be usable, right? Like, they would have had other plays, but with this 1 copy, essentially some decks are dead. Like a white bear deck is essentially dead now. Right before they banned Moby Dick, but right now with this card ban, like, you cannot play White Bear, right? The next card is the Marco Blocker rare card. Yeah, this card was too strong. Like, if you had 2 or 3 on the field, you had like 2 or 3 free blocks every turn. It was so disgusting to deal with these cards. You needed other mechanics, right, to deal with this, to play against red. So they limited this card to 1 per deck, so that means that's not really a possibility for it being played. Like, people are gonna play other cards, and like maybe they will have 1 in their decks if they are gonna have more White Bear cards, but being the case that they are not gonna be able to put this card at all, like having 1 copy is not enough. I don't think they're gonna have specific White Bear cards to discard to revive these cards, right? So restricted in with 1 copy, that's gonna be that's gonna be the end of this card totally. And then Radical Beam from OP1. Like, this card was super strong in White Bear, just because you were gonna have less life cards, like super fast, and then for 1 done you protect it for 4k. So they have also restricted it for 1 per deck. But yeah, again, huge nerf to Edward Newgate leader, to Zoro decks that had this composition. These nerfs are gonna be only in the English language version, like, it's not in the Japanese version, which is weird that they have not done that, right? And they're gonna start from July 28th, so any tournament or any championship that's gonna occur in the 28th onwards, you're not gonna be able to use more than 1 copy of each of these cards. But yeah, essentially White Bear leader is dead. Ace leader is also kinda dead. Like, you only had a couple White Bears, you can only have 1 now, but losing the Marco Blockers and the Radical Beams, it's essentially a really big loss, right, for red. I think you can still play Ace. It's gonna change a lot for it to be in optimal, but it's still a really good deck because you can control the field essentially. So it's not as necessary. It was a busted card, that's for sure. That was one of the best cards of the deck. But you can still play other things. And Zoro, like, you have so many listings of Zoro with different strategies. You're still gonna be able to use that leader, obviously, just with other cards and other mechanics, but you're not gonna have those blockers or those radical beams, right? To save your ass, so you're gonna have to deal with things differently. Definitely. And other decks like Trafalgar Law, it's still strong by itself. I don't think you even need these. And yeah, other combinations with red, they're still strong. You just lose the Marco blockers. But yeah, huge nerf to red. I was not expecting it so soon. Like in a week, we're gonna have this nerfed. I was expecting like a nerf to the 10k drop Big Mom, because that card is so disgustingly good that I feel like they're gonna restrict it too in the future, because right now red was the direct counter to yellow, so yellow is gonna be absurdly strong right now just because they're not gonna have so many white birds and stuff like that, right, to win against them, so they're gonna come pretty strong. So that's the thing, I'm concerned like they're gonna nerf yellow too in the future probably. I think they're probably gonna restrict the 10k Big Mom drop to 1, and even if they do, it doesn't matter. Like that deck is so strong by itself. If you can play one of those cards is good. I don't think it's necessary to do like white bird, right? Like playing one after another, because that means like you literally cannot do anything to that deck, right? I don't know if they will end up restricting yellow, but yellow is gonna be super strong right now. They have like only a couple decks that counter them, and overall they're gonna be super difficult to deal with because right now they have lost their direct counters. So yeah, really interesting to see all of this happening only in the English version too. Like Moby Dick and Kabachi were banned in Japan, and then we had the ban coming to Europe, but the restrictions are only in the English version, which is weird. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this news. What do you think it's gonna become of the red colors right now in One Piece? Like, how are they gonna be played without these cards? So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you guys next time.